Bitcoin layer 2s are getting more and more popular in crypto. We've all been seeing this unfold really before our eyes in the last few months. And it's mostly attributable to two main reasons. Obviously, first of all, there's the Bitcoin ETF. BlackRock and Fidelity BTC ETFs are the most successful ETF launches in 30 years, with, get this, more than $3 billion in assets each. And we're just getting started, really. And number two is BRC20, which is only a fraction of the L2 market. Ordinals, for example, already has a $2.5 billion market cap. And so in short, Bitcoin layer 2s are growing rapidly. There doesn't seem to be any end in sight. And it's becoming that kind of phenomenon in crypto where the growth is so extreme that it's kind of hard to keep up with all the developments. And so as always, we've done the legwork, we've done the heavy lifting for you. And other than STX, which admittedly is one of our favorites, no doubt about that, but we've already focused quite a bit on that, so we're leaving it off the table for today. And aside from STX, we're counting down our 4 favorite Bitcoin layer 2s in this video. As you know from other videos, like this one that we've put out recently, we're big fans of stacks. We actually think they're doing great things when it comes to Bitcoin layer 2 solutions. But like I said, we've covered them, and so today we're looking at layer 2 solutions for Bitcoin beyond stacks. And like Ethereum, there are going to be multiple layer 2 winners, not just one. It's a big pie here. And so with that, we have Tectum and its signature product, Soft Notes, which bring a couple of very important features back to Bitcoin that it actually had originally in its earlier days. With Soft Notes, you can interact easily on a P2P basis, like Bitcoin was meant to be, as P2P cash, really. You can also transact anonymously, kind of like using physical cash, and maintain the security of paper wallets from the old days, but with better flexibility and improved ease of use. So Soft Notes really help bring Bitcoin back to its founding principles. And the set amounts like $20, $50, $100, or 0.01 BTC, these help increase anonymity as well. As big fans of privacy, we like to hear that. I'm assuming you like to hear that too. And so it's in this way of actual transacting and in the throughput of the Tectum blockchain that Tectum acts as a layer 2 for Bitcoin. Tectum does many more transactions per second than Bitcoin does, right? Just in terms of raw TPS. In fact, they're testing their chain actively right now to see if it is the fastest in all of crypto in terms of TPS. And I'm sure you can see how that helps with really all Bitcoin transactions, and especially smaller ones that don't need to sit and wait in the Bitcoin mempool for approval, finality, and consensus. And so really the argument is simple. This is a bet on Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin grows, which it will, the demand for Tectum and Soft Notes will grow as well. At number 2 on our list here, we're looking at Rootstock, which is one of the oldest, really if not the oldest, Bitcoin layer 2s around. And for the first few years of its existence, really it was only Rootstock and Stacks if people wanted to look at layer 2 transactions. Rootstock, ticker RSK, bills itself as the world's most secure smart contracts. And that's because they are secured by Bitcoin's proof of work, and because Bitcoin isn't Turing complete in the same way that Ethereum is, for example. Without getting too far into it, many in cryptography actually believe that Ethereum's Turing completeness makes it more vulnerable to hacks and other attack vectors than some other systems. Rootstock actually doubles down on the Bitcoin security of its contracts by maintaining a two-way peg as a Bitcoin sidechain. They use a merge mining system to help Bitcoin maintain its security, and its token is a Bitcoin derivative, RBTC. Another great feature of Rootstock is that its smart contracts are EVM compatible. You can even deploy EVM smart contracts directly on Rootstock to get the benefit of the Bitcoin L2 market and added security. And right now, the 2 most popular dApps on Rootstock are Sovereign for DeFi and Money on Chain, or MOC, for its stablecoins. Sovereign lets you save, borrow, lend Bitcoin, all that kind of stuff. And so far, it has almost 2,500 BTC in TVL on the protocol. There are some very attractive rates here, and you can get the SOV governance token as well as the RBTC token. And then with Money on Chain, you get Bitcoin collateralized stablecoins like its DOC or Dollar on Chain. The protocol right now has $86 million in TVL so far, with some also very nice rates that allow you to earn on your Bitcoin. Listen up if you're watching this as an American, because I'm talking to you. Because we've actually found an exchange that offers you the best of both worlds. Want to trade spot markets on over 400 trading pairs and without KYC? Yeah, you can. Want to trade perpetuals markets on over 150 trading pairs with KYC that accepts Americans, by the way, Canadians too? Yeah, you can also do that. The only exchange we've seen in the market that lets you do both simple spot trading without KYC and perps trading with KYC that Americans can use is BYDFi. And along with the great fees and almost no slippage on trade orders, you also get up to $8,698 in bonuses just for trying BYDFi. And then in addition, you also get our flagship Altcoin Buzz Alpha service totally free for 1 month. And you can check out BYDFi today by clicking the link in either the description of this video or the pinned comment below. Next up, we have actually a new project that I don't think we've talked about before. It's called B Squared. And my hunch is that if you're a fan of ordinals, you're also going to love this one. First of all, it's BRC20 compatible, which I'm sure that fans of ordinals will approve of. But it also has many of the other usual specs and utilities that an Ethereum layer 2 would have. So it's, for example, EVM compatible. It uses the layer 1, in this case, Bitcoin for security. It also features zero knowledge proofs and rollups, and other ZK rollups can use B Squared as its Bitcoin data layer. So this one fits into the kind of Celestia data availability layer narrative that's going on and is very strong right now. And then it's also got some features that ETH layer 2s do not currently have. For example, thanks to account abstraction, you can use most EVM wallets and ETH addresses to access B Squared. So access here is actually much easier than some other L2s. It's in testnet now, and as you can see from these stats, the testnet is actually going very well, with more than 756,000 transactions so far. They have an active airdrop program for it and related projects too, so be on the lookout there. And again, this is kind of a new entrant as far as the discussion and the videos that we put out, but we're impressed, and we recommend that you keep an eye on this one. Okay, and finally, last but not least here, we are looking at BEVM. Like the ordinals, BEVM exists thanks to the Bitcoin Taproot update. Just for a quick bit of context here, Taproot came online in 2017 as part of the SegWit, or Segregated Witness update for Bitcoin. It basically allows things like batching transactions together, which allows BEVM to exist. And it also allows you to select which Satoshi you want to send to someone. And that allows ordinals or other inscriptions to exist fundamentally. Because this way, you can keep the individual Satoshi with the ordinal on it and choose to send another one for payment. Now, before Taproot, you couldn't do any of this stuff, and the Bitcoin network was slower as a result. BEVM, of course, is EVM compatible, probably no surprise there, and the validator testnet is currently running. Just like B Squared, BEVM uses account abstraction, which means that you can access the network with your existing wallets. And like Rootstock, there's a Bitcoin-backed stablecoin here too, the Satoshi protocol. And while it's admittedly not as far along as STX or Rootstock, it, along with B Squared, are actually moving pretty quickly to align with ordinals, NFTs, and other interoperability projects like bridges, dexes, launchpads, and DeFi. Altcoin Buzz Alpha is proud to say that we now have a winning portfolio spread among different sectors, and additionally, we're also very well positioned to get into good IDOs. And if you're into passive income and airdrops, just check out the number that we've received until now. Add to that the original TIA airdrop and all the others that are upcoming. We've achieved this by giving several deeply researched and diversified calls. Just check out some of these numbers from December 2023, last month. And right now, the plan moving forward is to reallocate profits to low caps, to diversify into new segments, to keep getting bigger and better airdrops, to catch the latest trends like Bitcoin and Linea inscriptions, and to dollar cost average during market flushes. We just recently introduced a yearly subscription to Patreon, and you can take advantage of that because if you subscribe to that yearly plan for a limited time, you get 1 month's membership completely free. Check us out by clicking on the link in the description of this video and the pinned comment below.